What is up, guys? Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And today is a leg workout. It's been a while since I've shown you a leg workout, but don't worry, I've been training them very hard, even though I haven't shown you a lot. Especially on the hamstrings, I need to focus for my next competition, which will actually be pretty soon. So I'm already in a caloric deficit, and I will make a video about which competition I'll do very soon indeed. So we're starting out with the leg curls, working on the hamstrings, pre-exhausting them, filling them up with blood to make sure I feel them throughout the entire workout with every single exercise. And I'm making sure to press down my lower and upper body against the pad, so that my glutes and lower back do minimum amount of work, so that really isolates the hamstrings. You can do a lot more weight on the laying leg curl if you let your glutes and lower back help you, but if you try to focus on keeping your body flat on the pad, then it will be a lot more difficult and you will feel more contraction in the hamstrings for sure. So give that a shot. And then we move on to a unilateral movement, the individual standing leg curl. I really like this one because it emphasizes the contraction on each leg, and if you have a disbalance, you can always choose to start with the weakest leg. And then it is time for the leg press. 5 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Normally someone would do 3 to 4 sets, but I like to do these heavy exercises for at least 5 sets to get some warm-up sets in, but also some really heavy ones at the end. Because I do think if you do legs and if you do compound exercises, that you should do them as heavy as you possibly can with good form. Because if you look at my form, I'm at least going 90 degrees with my legs, and if I can, I go a little deeper. However, if you go too deep and you're pretty tall, then you might actually stress your lower back a little bit. So if you go really heavy, don't let the weight drop down. At least try to control the weight on the way down. That way you will actually damage the muscle more of your legs and prevent an injury in the lower back. But I'm going pretty heavy right here, and every set I'm increasing it with quite some weight because it really felt smooth, it really felt strong, and if you feel strong, you should take advantage of that strength and kill those muscles you're trying to build so they resurrect again the next workout a little bit stronger and bigger. I'm putting my legs a little wider than shoulder width. So this is a wide stance leg press in my opinion. The moment that your feet go wider than shoulder width, you are in a wide stance. And at the same time, you target the hamstrings and the inner thighs more, which I need to work on. So I'm putting my feet up pretty high. If you put them low, you focus more on the quads. If you put them high, you focus more on the hamstrings and glutes, which is an improvement I need to make in my physique for more proportions. And right here I'm doing the back squat. I honestly like to do a squat after already having done a heavy exercise, and the reasoning for this is usually a very heavy squat, it takes a toll on your cardiovascular system and you are forced to really rest. But I personally don't feel a very good pump in the legs, in the very muscles that I want to train when starting out with back squat. So I already want to have a pump in the quads, in the hamstrings, in the glutes, so that when I do squat, when I go all the way down and feel that stretch in the muscle, I'm more aware of the muscle being there, and I can actually feel the muscle work instead of it just being a full body exercise that taxes my cardiovascular system, which is not what I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to work on building those legs up to the max. So the benefit of this is that you can skip some warm-up sets, and I'm going up with a plate of 20 kilos or 45 pounds on each side with every set until I reach a weight where I cannot really do a lot of reps with anymore. I at least try to do 6 good and clean deep reps until I don't go heavier anymore. And this still felt pretty smooth. Even though I did quite a heavy leg press, I still had a lot of strength left in the legs, and as I said before, you really want to make use of that strength. And this is not my final set, but my semi-final set with 180 kilograms, and after this I did 200 kilograms, which I did not record. But this one I was able to do again 10 reps, which I was very happy with. This used to be a weight that I struggled with about a year ago, but right now it goes pretty smoothly. I'm going down to about 90 degrees, and the positioning of my feet are pretty wide as well, because I want to work on the inner thighs. Remember, the closer you put your feet, the more you focus on the quads, and the wider you put them, the more you focus on the inner thighs, which, if you grow the inner thighs, will give the illusion of much bigger legs. So if you have good quads, do wide stance exercises to further enhance the 3D effect of those legs. And what I like to do to finish off the legs, the last compound exercise of today, is the walking lunges. I like to do 3 to 4 sets of this until I basically feel the lactic acid build up, the failure of oxygen in the legs, and the moment that I feel that, I know that I have taxed them quite enough. This is a very nice exercise, a combination of working the quads and the glutes and hamstrings, so I step quite wide, quite far, and the more distance you cover with one step, the further you go and dig into those glute muscles, which is what I want to work on. And then we are doing the stiff-legged deadlift. I'm not going down all the way, because I recently experienced and learned that if I go too deep, I will actually focus a little bit more on the lower back without actually benefiting my hamstrings more. So I get a maximum stretch in the hamstrings already. I can feel it, and the deeper I go at that point, the more taxing it is for my lower back. So that's why I'm not going down as low as you're used to from me. But if you go below your knees at least, and your form is correct, you will feel a maximum stretch in those hamstrings. And when going upwards, make sure to contract the glutes. It should be the glutes that push you upwards and not your lower back. This makes it an excellent finisher of a leg workout if you want to focus on the hamstrings. So imagine your legs are being pumped up from all the previous exercises, and then the best thing for you to do is to stretch those muscle fibers out again for maximum response stimulants for hypertrophy gains, aka muscle growth. And then we end this workout with some calf raises. And usually I did 2 different exercises for calves, but because calves are a strong point for me, I'm starting to only do 1 exercise every time I train legs, because they will grow regardless. I have good genes, genetics for calves, so if I work them too much, it's only energy pretty much, not wasted, but it could have been used for other things, for example, another leg exercise. So what I'm doing is the most important exercise, a heavy exercise for the calf. So right now I'm doing a seated calf raise, and the next time I'm doing a standing calf raise. Both will be heavy. Normally I'd combine a voluminous and a heavy one, but doing them heavy will always target the calves the best possible way. This was the workout of today, and I want to thank you for watching. There's a lot more videos coming, such as a Q&A and another informative video about whether you should do a contest, a bodybuilding contest. If you're still wondering if you should do one, I'm getting a lot of emails from that one because my previous Q&A talked about that, but I will make a detailed video regarding that very topic. And if you have any more ideas that you want to see, put them down below and I will make sure to write them down, but trust me, a lot more is coming. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.